Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling. So, uh, this video was actually my SummerSlam review because I did see it, and I'm just gonna give you my grade of it. I think it was like kind of a C plus really, because like, here's the thing. At this point, I really just don't know what's going on with WWE. It's like ever since we got after WrestleMania and after Money in the Bank, and it's just been this weird, awkward, like hodgepodge of people that really need to be pushed but not really pushed. And it's like, well, we don't know what we're really gonna do. We're kind of doing this WWE freaking Endeavor thing with UFC. So, because I'm like, bro, at this point, I don't see it, bro. I don't see. Because here's the thing I realized: the Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey match was stupid. I think the storyline was dumb because all it was is that she was turning face and not turning a heel, and that was the problem. And the thing is like they kind of explained it with the video package, and then the same thing with Brock, like Cody beating Brock. Cody had to beat Brock so he could be elevated, because here's the thing, is that they're so busy trying to elevate everybody who isn't everybody. Like they're trying to elevate the bloodline, and I don't hate the bloodline. Don't get me wrong. Case in point, I don't hate the bloodline. The problem is that the thing is like, yo, the reason I say it was a C lower pay per view because like even the Ricochet like Logan Paul match was dumb because all he's been doing is taunting Ricochet. That was the only reason. And the dude only won because he did some controversy. He had the brass knuckles in his thing, knowing he could have just did the punch and just still would have won. It was a borderline nothing match. It's another match that Logan Paul gets elevated that he doesn't get a chance to become. It's not even for a championship. Same thing with the Battle Royal. The fact that LA Knight wins is really proving the fact that WWE is still trying to killing his vibe. They're still trying to ruin him. You put him in a nothing Battle Royale with Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, almost, and Boogs and Chad Gable. I mean, in Alpha Academy, which those dudes ain't doing jack on, and I'm sorry, those dudes haven't done jack since they won the titles. And you know what's real funny is like, bro, we're not even at the next pay per view, which is Payback. So pretty much they're putting all these stories together for Payback, which really doesn't make sense. And I'm being straight with you guys is that SummerSlam used to be so good as an end of the summer pay per view because all the matches were good. Out of five, I would say like 2000, I would say like 2001 to like 2005, SummerSlam was good. And on top of that nut job, and really, I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't care how much you give Roman. I don't care how much you give that dude a lot of clout because this dude's the undisputed Universal Champion. It's the same thing with Seth. It's like, bro, no matter how much you give him, it's like, bro, it's just a basic match. I would have liked it if Brock and Cody would have had a last man standing. I like the ending where they both respect each other. So that's a hint of Brock actually going to retire and say, dude, I don't need to do this anymore. I have enough money. I'm paid. I don't need to come back. And that's the sad part about it is that, like, dude, it's like they don't know what they want to do with Cody. They want to put him against Brock. Who are they going to put him against since he beat him? It was 1-2, and the joke is that he beat him. And I'm like, at this point, and this is what I'm saying with WWE, my review of my review of SummerSlam, like, dude, it's a 6 out of 10 because it was lackluster matches. The only thing that made a lick of sense was probably the Bloodline stuff because that's what they've been focused on since the start of 2023. Going into 2024, they're going to be focused on Roman. They're going to be focused on Jimmy. They're going to be focused on Jay. They're going to be focused on the Tribal Chief and Solo, which Solo isn't doing crap, and I'm sorry. He should have stayed in NXT. He should have been North American champion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Like they didn't even want to push it. And what's really sad about the whole thing is that Jimmy turns heel on Jay. That's the funny thing about it. Jimmy turns heel on Jay. That was all it was. Another controversial finish. They jumped the shark. That finish that didn't even need to be involved. And the joke is you got Miz, who's literally not doing anything because they put him in a battle royale for some dumb reason. And you got Austin Theory, who's not really becoming anything. And I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, the guy still hasn't done nothing. So the only person that got an elevated career out of this is LA Knight, if they even bother to give him a title shot. He could have had Money in the Bank and he could have cashed in. The only person that probably cashed in was Io. And the thing is, I knew it was coming down the pipe. That was fine. I didn't mind Io coming. I didn't even mind having Bianca Belair as a champion again. But the problem is she has nobody to face. And now that Io won, because it took her 2 years to get to this point, and the funny thing, they could have booked her and made her the heel that she was, and Damage Control is just an added bonus because Damage Control could be a faction, and they could get the women's tag team titles and put that thing on the line against Raquel and Liv and be a rivalry with them, but they don't want to believe that. They don't want to believe it. They rather bullet. And this is the thing about the WWE, guys. And I'm saying this because, look, I get you have a lot of people coming to WWE, and the sad part is they still can't get them over. It's like Rhea has the WWE, the World Women's Championship, and now we still have people doing the smack. Like, we don't even know who the real women's champion is at this point. We don't even know. And that's my feeling about it. Like, that is my feeling about this whole pay-per-view. Is the fact that Finn could have won the championship, but there's no point. Because at this point, Damian Priest is going to be like, yo, I have a shot to win the title. I'm Mr. Money in the Bank. I could actually go in and win the title and be stronger in Judgment Day, but Finn doesn't want that. And the funny thing is, even if they give him a lackluster title and like Intercontinental Champion, he's not going to become a threat. He's not going to become a threat. Like, Gunther's more of a threat than him. And Gunther has been working his... Like, I think I enjoyed the Gunther match between him and Drew more than anything else. And I'm sorry, but like I said, I feel like my SummerSlam review gets a 6 out of 10. SummerSlam gets a 6 out of 10 this year. I'm sorry. But like I said, lackluster matches, lackluster segments. The fact that freaking Michael Cole and Corey are going to Raw, and then Todd Michael Cole and Wade Barrett are going to Raw, and then Todd and Corey are going to SmackDown, which has no sense in this point. And this is why I have a problem with the WWE now compared to AEW. I'm like, bro, this is a lackluster pay-per-view. You really think that, like, AEW has 2 pay-per-views at the end of the summer. Like, 2 pay-per-views coming in on the 8th, and the one that's coming in All Out, so we have All Out, All In, and then we gotta wait for Payback to happen. Knowing that Payback's gonna be a crap pay-per-view anyway, because they just brought it back for no apparent reason. I don't know why they did, but they did. I'm sorry, dude, but this is what I'm saying. WWE SummerSlam was a joke. This year was a joke. I don't even know why I wasted time watching it. I don't know why, bro. I really don't. Because AEW they do their talent better than this, and I'm like, bro, I've only missed like 2 weeks of AEW, and still they're actually doing better storylines, and I'm sorry. But I'm like, bro, at this point, this is stupid, bro. This is stupid. Like, and I'm sorry to say this, but This SummerSlam is goofy, and this is what I'm talking about. Not even the fact that we got WrestleMania next year. So basically, we're not gonna do nothing till WrestleMania comes up again. And then we're gonna be in the same point we were with this WrestleMania, because Cody's got to finish the story. Cody's never gonna finish the story. And Wrestling Observer is right. This was nothing but crap. This was nothing. Because every time WWE think they're gonna outdo AEW in the summer, I'm like, bro, you're never gonna do it. AEW is freaking Forbidden Door, and the funny thing, that's the first half of the summer, and then we get All In, which we're gonna have more matches on All In going into All Out. That's gonna make sense in Full Gear, which makes sense 100 times better. So we're gonna get Survivor Series again, and we're gonna go with that lackluster pay-per-view, which they could have done something with NXT like they did before, and they didn't. So as usual, like I said, guys, my review, SummerSlam gets a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna just say this, guys. Don't even watch it. Don't even watch Raw tomorrow, really, because it's gonna be a bunch of crap anyway. And literally, it's gonna be the same segment with the Judgment Day, which they're gonna keep teasing that they're gonna break up. Those dudes are not gonna break up, even on the dirt sheets. And I could tell by Sean Rossap and Fightful Select and Wrestling Observer and Steven Larson, which I respect them very much. But I'm like, dude, at this point, WWE is still crap in the bed. And I'm saying it because they are. They're still crap in the bed. They're still doing it. They're still wetting the bed on this, and they still cannot get their men's division right. And I've said this. LA Knight could have been a guy. The problem was they kept changing this dude, and he kept reinventing himself, which I would have understood. But the problem is he's never going to be a star or a champion because you have lackluster guys being champion who don't need to be champion at this point. Why? You don't need Seth. He's okay. He's been champion before. Let Finn be champion from 7 years, dude. And they still won't let him get it. He got one taste of a shot to be champion, and this brother doesn't get it. Now he has the greatest faction out there, thanks to Edge, and they won't do it. So, anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.